There's this idea that Christine grounds Stephen Strange so that he can kind of keep his humanity throughout the film when things get really wild. But what grounds Christine? Because at some point she sees things that maybe she obviously wouldn't expect to see.
That's a really good question. I think it's probably her work over the years as a doctor, working as a trauma surgeon. She's seen a lot of crazy stuff and had to just kick into gear and let her training take over and her experience, and I think that allows her to stay on the earth a little bit, even though she feels like she's floating. Yeah.
That's cool. I mean, the relationship that between actors and between the characters is really different.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's safe to say. Was that part of what drew you to the role?
Yeah, I thought that there was real development in terms of the relationships, and Scott wanted to not watch us do the typical love story, and instead we've already been through that. That happened off screen, and now we've got this rich history behind us. We're now colleagues and friends and former lovers, so it just added more, and it was unexpected.
Right. And at the same time, there's a certain history in the comic books of this character, at least if things play out. Was there an interesting aspect to that? Because the night nurses, the idea behind that they're not really superheroes, but they're doing the good deeds at the same time.
Right. Yes. No, she's a real mortal. But I mean, I guess doctors are our real life superheroes.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think they're touching on that, and I was sort of an amalgamation of a couple of different characters, so it gave us a bit of creative freedom.
It is cool because there are so many characters who are laid out for us in the comic books. It's nice to have some new, fresh blood, we'll call it, I guess.
Yeah, and I did love the freshness of this comic book and the way that Scott wanted to tell it. It was incredibly ambitious, very grown up, but also still so fun, and pushing a lot of the boundaries in terms of the special effects and dealing with the magic, the occult, the spiritual.
Right.
That's a whole new world for Marvel.
Yeah, and we haven't seen that, and yet it's going to play a big part down the road if things go as we expect.
Right.
Do you? What was the relationship like while you were playing against Benedict? How did you guys work together?
I mean, Benedict's easy to work with. He's such a phenomenal talent, and he's such a funny guy too. He brought a lot of levity to our scenes. Could be very intense and
Right.
heavy and complicated. So he always kind of made it fun to just come to work every day. And he's a machine. I mean, I don't know how he does it. I think he's tapped into this Doctor Strange magic thing himself, because he went straight from Hamlet to Doctor Strange, with so many eyes on him, expecting so much from him, and I think he's exceeded those expectations. And then he went, he was learning his lines for Sherlock,
Right.
while still wrapping this up. So he's got something figured out.
Well, last thing I want to know is what you think of magic. Do you have a belief in magic? Do you have a belief in the kind of spirituality we see in this film?
I do. I'm a believer. Yeah. I believe in kind of the power of meditation, and that your mind is capable of a lot more than we know. And I'm in there.
Awesome.
I'm a hippie, dippy. I'm into the trippy stuff. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much.
Thank you.